Buenos dias. Good morning. Oh man, my light ain't on. That's more my color, right? That's mad yellow. Mr. Jumper, I saw your message last night. Yeah, man, we missed that trade, man. We missed that trade. It's your fault too. It's your fault. You should have been in that trade a long time ago. I'm messing with you. Yo, by the way, I got the my webcam holder in yesterday. Looks good. You gotta get one of those to use your iPhone. Jose, have you joined the Discord? I haven't seen you on the list on the Discord. You should have joined the Discord. And if I think I know what Jose that is, that's West Palm Beach, right? Lena. Facts, new week, new trade, baby. Yo, there's been people in the pool since like 6 o'clock, yo, making mad noise, yo. People don't sleep. They're like, yo, we ain't out the hands for the weekend. We ain't sleeping. 6 a.m., bro. Shit crazy. So Jose still in here? Yeah. Yo, Jumper, how we get the chat on the screen, man? I know you send it to me. I gotta set it up in the back end. I don't want it that big. Yeah, baby's still asleep. Yep. She fell asleep like at 2 a.m. I think. I was out by like 10, trying to get my body back in swing of New York so I don't wake up too early. I want to be waking up like at 7 a.m. Get to the charts at 7. 7 a.m. New York time, which is 8 a.m. here in DR. Yeah, but I gotta put it on there. I don't know how to put it on there. Yeah, let's do it real quick while people show up. Yo, what's the word? Talk to me. You send it to me. How would I do now? Okay, I'll copy it and paste it. I just copied it. Where do I paste it to? Hmm. Source. The one that says browser. Okay. Browser. I got it. But I don't see that. I have add existing. It says nah, but the OBS is on another one. It says background, BRB, live, live 2, SE2, SS2. No, bro. No, bro. Look. Let me try to share the other screen. I gotta share the other screen. I am. So here, add source. You say to do browser. Then it gives me all this. Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. Here, I'm not understanding. I have another pop-up screen. It says properties of chat. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Paste it there. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's see how this looks. Okay. I have the what page up? No. Okay. And that's it. You see it? There it goes. It's up. What? I don't, I'm not understanding you. Oh, I could minimize it. No, you can leave it like that. I just want basically, the chat is for the stream itself, for the recording, because at the beginning it doesn't show. It takes time to show it. Yeah, but I want to make that shit smaller. All I gotta do is copy and paste the new CCS. Hmm. All right, leave it like that for now. What I could do is just make this smaller. How does it look on the live? This might be the colors. Change the colors. No, that's good. Jose still in here or he left? Who's that? Jose Molina. Jose, you still in here or you left? All right, let me see how this is better. Right? I can have a conversation with you, nigga. I guess it's just us. Yo, the last stream got 90 views. Look, well, you could go on it. It's definitely growing. All right, so let's start the party. So, what's up, guys? Now is the good part. Right now is where we really start. So, what's going on, guys? Welcome to this week's um, market breakdown, weekly market breakdown for the second week of November. Right. So, welcome to all the new people. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to join the Discord. The link in the description. Um, So what is this live all about? So basically, this live is the weekly market breakdown. Here's what we break down a couple things. The first thing is we update the market makers pattern, right? The market makers patterns help us decide, helps us see where the overall market makers trend is. So that's the first thing we want to break down, right? We also want to break down the weekly move, what happened last week, right? Because we look for a certain setup that is a 3 week setup. And also we update the market structure for the 4 hour and the daily chart, right? So that helps us start to set up our weeks, especially with the weekly move, right? Helps us pick out a pair that that week is projected to give us a certain behavior. So that's what this live is all about. Um, to learn more about what we do, again, make sure to hit up the Discord. Um, we also have classes in the mornings, live trading in the morning with Mr. Jumper. That's usually around like 4 or 5 a.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. And we also have a daily market breakdown at 7 p.m. New York time, Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday is the 7 p.m. class, and then Monday through Friday is the live trading room. So make sure to subscribe so you can get the notifications on when those classes are happening, and join the Discord because the links are always posted on the Discord. Um, that's about it. So let's start this party. So we starting with AU. Um, AU, we're looking at where are we in the daily chart in the overall market makers pattern. We still on A2, meaning we're in the second zone of consolidation, waiting for it to break to continue the trend, right? To go to peak formation level. As we can see, what's going on this week. Thus far, the first week, price just reached the higher low, right? Then after it reached the higher low, it melted. So the first thing we want to do is we want to update this right here, right? So now we know, that we are trading right now. Price is trading in between that zone right here, between this high and this low. Even though overall we in between here and here, right? This internal structure, we are between here and here. Anything above here changes the character to start moving up. Anything below here breaks the structure to continue to go down, right? So this is why we be trading in between here and here on the daily. Let's continue to the 4. All right, so in the 4, let's take a look. Good structure going up here and coming down. Let's look at the 4-hour structure. It's not loaded completely. Hold on. Let me turn this off. Lewis, I'm gonna turn this off because I think that's slowing down my computer. All right, so this week that just passed, we were expecting a rise for the week. Take this off. We were expecting a rise for the week. It gave us a slight rise, gave a new high for the week, slightly new high, right? Price rejected right off the 800 as expected. So we have a rise drop. Weekly rise. We had a drop. That's good. Now, let's take a look at the market structure. Market structure, we had our highs, our lows, our high, right? Caused a slight change of character here, or technically not really because the price was trading between here and here, right? Everything in here was an internal structure to this 4, right? Price came up here and just test, 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 and then melted, but slightly created that new high, right? So let's update that 4-hour. Right now, price is just going down. Oh, press one key. Price is just going down, right? There's no real structures pullbacks in here for the four. So right here, right now. Right? Let's take a look at our 4-hour zone. Our previous zone was between here. Price is still in between this zone, right? All these candles are still within this clearance of this green. No candle cleared, so we didn't have a break, right? So it was just a test. Everything test, and we're still trading in between this zone, guys. All right, so that's looking good. And we still have until the bottom is touch. We still got 50 pips, right? Which is practically 1 day's worth of ADR. Let's continue. Euro CAD, start from the top. CPU is at 9%. I don't know why it's so slow. It's really nothing. Try to close everything. What happened here? What happened here? Let's do it again. Sorry about that. Moving pretty fast now. Yo, this joint mad slow. Wow. Take this off too. Let's see. I have nothing on. Yo, I never seen this slow ever. Hey, Lewis, you still here? Yeah, right? Stupid slow. Only thing I could think of somebody leeching off the internet. No one's up in the house. Everyone's sleeping. So let's go EuroCAD. So EuroCAD, we have V1 heading up, as we can see. Right, our first zone is right on target. Last month we had a month of rise. Right, the prior month, October, well September we had that low. October we started to rise the whole month. Right, right to the bottom of consolidation in September and October. We're rising to the top. We're trading in between this high and this low on the daily chart. Right, so the daily looks good. Right, do we want to put that there? No. Right, now let's keep in mind that there's an internal structure in the daily, which is this high and this low. Right, so price, once it starts reaching these highs, we should be expecting a small rejection before a continuation of the top. Right, so keep that in mind when you're trading. Let's go to the 4. This is incredible. You can hear the people in the pool, huh? I can see it on the mic. It's catching them. The Dominican too, they gotta be super loud. Like, there's no consideration to nobody. It's crazy. Like you at the pool, you gotta scream. Yo, what's up with this, man? Is your trading view this slow? It's just me right now. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm looking at the OBS. CPU is 9.7, and the KBS is green. It's not even red. So why so slow? The stream is still good. The camera's still good. It's crazy. Man, slow to low. What we gonna do here, man? We're gonna take forever to do a class like this. We're gonna spend more time waiting than actually doing anything. All right, so EuroCAD, looking at the weekly move. Last week we had a week of rise. We had a continuation pattern. We had rise, 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 no net, which no net means reset. Then it gave us a rise, right? So overall, that's on point. Now let's take a look at our 4-hour structure and our 4 hour zone. Where we trading, right? Where we will be waiting for longer times for the setup. So in the 4 hour, we're trading in between this zone, and we can tell that there's an external structure to this zone that's being created, right? And the structure looks perfect. It looks like higher high, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, pushing up. It broke out of here, as you can tell. And an internal structure to that 4, we can see that higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? Waiting for that price to continue. Patience. We were practicing patience. That's funny. All right, so boom. What is this? Take this up here. So guys, updating this, it's important for you guys to keep on track, right? So think about it. Now that we have a visual, we can see what's happening, right? We can see that we are on an uptrend. So any short positions you take in are extremely short term. It will be a slight pullback for a continuation, right? We can see where highs are. It's between here and here, high or zones between here and here. And we have an internal daily zone between here, right, and here. So that's also letting us know that once we start getting into these highs, we should be expecting some form of rejection, some form of consolidation before a continuation, right? And once the highs are cleared, it's when you clear to move around the cabin freely, right? The 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 light turned off in the cabinet for you to move. So that's a very important point to to bring up, right? So keep in mind you're getting into these highs. That's why you saw the rejection here, right? Notice this acceleration here, right? Opposed to this one so far, right? Notice how from the bottom it just moved. Had a slight pause here, right? But we just really is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? Notice here we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then it came back here and rejected back down. Not like here, right? Here was a small higher high, higher low to continue. Right here it looks like it's going right back to the bottom. Why? Because again, we're getting to the top. Once we're at the top, price tends to slow down to get traders to believe that the market's turning around, to get them to start trading short, to go short. So then what? They can continue the overall trend that they intended from the beginning. So this is part of you have to think about what's happening. And we spoke about this week, right? Your mindset, when you're trading, there's two different minds. Two different parts of your mind should be having two different conversations. The first conversation is your strategy, obviously. The second conversation is if you were the person manipulating and moving the market, what would you do and why? Right? We're getting to the top, right? People trade zones. When you get to the top of the zone, you go short. When you get to the bottom of the zone, you go long. They understand that, right? So what would I do if I'm them? Well, I want my true intentions is I need to go up. But in order for me to book a profit when I'm moving the price up, I need to be hitting stop losses on the way up. So I need to create, a false impression that I'm going down. How would I do that? I start making lower lows and lower highs in an internal structure, right? Because people trade the internals to then external, right? People are looking at the smaller piece of the pie instead of the pie itself, right? So they will look at the smaller scale. They will go into a lower time frame. They will give them what they want to see, get them to bite, right? Get them, reel them in. Once I reel you in, I got you in. I know where your stop losses are. The stop losses are on my way up. So now that you set your stop loss, you set your entry, now I'm going to look at how much I've collected, how much money we have going short. Is that enough for me to push the price up? Once I can see, right, because remember, they have access to the terminals. It's their terminals. They give us access to their terminals. So once they see how much they have collected, then they say, well, we're ready to move on up because it's going to cost X amount of money to move it up. We're taking the money from the losers, we're paying some of the winners, and the rest is our profits to move the price to the next zone, the next level. So that's what's happening here, right? So we need to wait for them to change for us to continue to push, right? As you can tell, this high is lower than this high. So people that are trading higher highs, higher low, lower high, oh shit, price is turning around. Give me a lower low, right? Once they give me a lower high, I'm gonna get in, and that's going to be the fake out right there. And the lower high is not gonna be a real lower high. It's just gonna be a turnaround spot. So notice what's here. Here, this high is lower than this high, creating what? Intentions to go where? To go down. Keep that in mind. So let's continue. So overall, this is in a good place for us. Euro USD. This is crazy, bro. All right, so looking at Euro USD, where are we? V1 heading up, right? We came to the low of the consolidation of V1, and notice we have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We have perfect structure to push up, right? We're making perfect structure, right? So this is textbook perfect, right? Let's go to the 4. Yeah, I'm gonna put some music on the background, real faint, moving forward. Hopefully that disguises the small stuff that we can hear in the back. All right, so last week, price we had a week of drop, right? Now think about this, guys. We had a drop, rise, drop, rise, drop, right? We had a drop. Wow. Let's do it again. We had a drop, rise, drop, rise, drop, right? Think about that. This is why we do this. We had a rise, we had a drop. We had a rise, we had a drop. What type of market structure that is? Rise, drop. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Right? Think about that, guys. That's the whole point of that. Right? Of all this. So now you know after a drop, what's next? If you're on an uptrend, you have a rise, drop, rise, drop. What's next? It's a rise. So you already start to understand, okay, this is how the market structure flows. This is how it does what it needs to do, right? And it's this one is textbook. Sometimes you have variations, right? Not weekly, but if you go to the daily, you will have a drop, rise, drop, rise, drop, rise on a daily, right? To let you see these things. So, but weekly, look, it's all textbook right here, all textbook, right? So let's look at our 4 hour market structure and our 4 hour zone, right? We're trading in this zone. You can see our market structure, everything is good. We have rise, higher highs, higher highs, and higher highs. That's updated. So we can move forward. GJ. GJ, we are in level 3 rise. Turn all this off. Let's take a look at the overall pattern so we can see it. Yo, this is amazing how this is acting today. Amazing. Testing the speed right now. Has to be the trading view server. I'm doing a speed test on my internet right now and everything looks good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, everything looks good. Mohammed, what's going on, my brother? My speed test looks good, man. Has to be trading view servers. Very relaxing, Cristiano. I didn't really do much this weekend. We were supposed to. I was supposed to go out to dinner with my girl. It was her birthday this week. She didn't want to do nothing for her birthday, but it's been raining over here every day. It was raining this morning. It still looks kind of cloudy outside, but the sun is out. So pretty much was raining. Yesterday I did some shopping, some food shopping. I forgot to call you, Lewis. I made nah, I made. Yeah, Fresi made. She made pulled barbecue jackfruit um sandwich. Shit was banging. With onion rings inside. Oh man, how was your weekend, Mohammed? Bro, this is crazy. That's good, man. I'm sorry about yesterday too. But we'll see each other on Tuesday. Just go back in the Discord and request a 101 for Tuesday at the times that you see there. And remember the 6 hours different. The difference. Bro, how can I do a class like this, man? Your chart still slow, Lewis? You can't load the GU? Yeah, it's crazy. What about you, Cristiano? Check your trading view. Is it lagging like this? Super lag. Well, I don't know what else to do, bro. Oh, Lewis, I might need you to do me a favor tomorrow, man. For some reason, my package, they're saying that it's available for pickup, but it doesn't show like they never try to deliver it because it got to the distribution center yesterday. Same shit for you too? Yeah. So we might have to do this later. So yeah, Lewis. So basically, like I was saying, the package says it is available for pickup, but they never tried to deliver it. So I'm not even sure what happened, right? Because they got it yesterday. Like the package got into the distribution center like at noontime, and the post office closes early on Saturday. So I know they didn't try to deliver it. It doesn't even say out for delivery, but it says available for pickup. So I don't, and it gives you a time between what time and what time. So if they do not deliver it, and I can't call them, I try to call, but it's Veterans Day, and I didn't even know that it was Veterans Day. So the post office is technically closed. So I'm gonna see tomorrow if they try to deliver. If they don't try to deliver it, I might need you to go pick it up, bro, and just take it to the packaging place if you can. Maybe not tomorrow, but Tuesday. And the post office is by it's on off 826 right by the airport. Literally, you get off of 826 and it's right there, right by the Wendy's. Bro, it looks like we might have to do this tomorrow. Yeah, let's see. Well, not tomorrow, maybe later. All right, we're loaded. It's looking fine. So, looking at the overall structure on GJ, right? We have higher highs, right? We left V2 to head on up, right? Why do I have that I'm still on level 3 rise? I know some of you guys have peak formation high, right? Why is it that I'm still on level 3 rise? It's because of the market structure, guys, right? We have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. That is market structure of a level, right? We don't have a turnaround. We don't have chop just yet. It's not confirmed chop, right? Our previous peak formation high is up here. So we still have, pips to move up to get to peak formation high, our previous peak high. Could this be peak high? If they were giving us a different type of structure, could be. But the fact that we're still maintaining higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher low structure lets me understand that we still on level 3 rise. And I heard some of you guys talk about peak high. We still on level 3 rise until we have a confirmation that we're not moving up anymore. And right now, we still looking up, right? So let's move down to 4. So that looks good. We're trading between this high and this low. Notice how price came to this low, tested it, and pushed back up, right? Let's move to the 4. So the 4 hours giving us the internal structure to the daily, right? We can see nice lower lows, lower highs this whole time until we had a change of character here, right? This low was set. Notice it was tested. Then we have a break of structure to the top from here. Have higher high, higher low. Another break of structure to the top. Higher high, higher low. Notice we have wall that was set, right? And we have a ceiling that was set. So we're trading in between these highs and these lows on a lower time frame. That range and that range, it's a 129 pip range, which is a day. So no, if we go back, we will see on a daily chart that we have a day of rise, day of drop, day of rise, day of drop, right? And within the zone, right? There's also chop. This week we had a week of what? Mm, no net. Right? So everything looks good. Let's take a look at the 4 hour market structure so you guys can see it. Right? Have good market structure, have change, right? Everything looks good. Look at our 4 hour zone. Where are we trading? We're trading between this high and this low at this present time and moment. Right? So everything looks good here to compare. Next pair. GU. Let it load. Let it load. I don't know if it's that everyone online right now is looking at the same pairs. It's crazy. Let me tell you a funny story though. Oh wow, it's loaded. I'll tell you a story about my dad over the weekend. I'll tell you why it loads. So when the iPhone, my father has an iPhone, right? My father's 80, 81 years old, right? So back when the 14 came out, right? Um, I'm telling him that your iPhone, you need to upgrade your phone. Let's go upgrade your phone because your apps are going to stop working because your phone is too old. My father has a iPhone 8 Plus. I'm like, Dad, that's your iPhone is too old. Apps is gonna start crashing and not working. And he's like, all right, let's go. So I take him to T-Mobile. I get him an iPhone 14 Pro, right? Because he likes the big screens, right? He don't need the Max because he's not a camera guy. So I get him the phone. He takes it home, right? That's when I was in New York. I leave New York. I fly out of New York. I think I'm in Florida. No, no, no. I flew out of New York and I headed back to Dominican Republic. So I'm in Dominican Republic and he calls me. He's like, "Oh, I don't like this phone. I don't like it. My button, I don't. It doesn't have a button. I keep tapping the screen and it doesn't work." I'm like, "Yo, Dad, yo, there's no more buttons on phones anymore, right?" So he's like, "No, I don't like this phone. I'm gonna take it back." So I was like, all right, I called the company, I called T-Mobile, I told them the situation. So they was like, okay, yeah, he had a 30-day return policy regardless, so he could bring the phone back, no charge. Okay, boom. So he brings the phone back, they refund the account, whatnot. Fast forward yesterday, no, Friday he calls me, no, Saturday he calls me. He's with his secretary because my father has a secretary and stuff like that from his office. So he's like, his secretary is trying to update my dad's phone because the apps are not working. He's like, oh, my app's not working, my bank and everything, and it clearly states that um he he has to the, those apps cannot be updated on that phone anymore. Yada yada yada. So he goes yesterday to go get a new phone. So he got the 15 um Max yesterday. It's funny he hasn't called me with no problems yet, but I'm pretty sure he's having a hard time with no button. And the swipe is different from the old ones to the new ones. Before you swipe down up for for anything. On this one you swipe up down on the new ones. So I'm pretty sure he's having a hard time right now. But it's funny. He's like, oh, I don't have a button. Yesterday when he calls me, he's like, he's with my sister. He went to my sister's house to help him, right? And she's laughing because he's literally trying to unlock the phone. He's like, where do I put my finger to scan? Yo, all elderlies are the same, yo. But it's funny because he's really trying to scan his finger with the screen. That was funny. My sister's showing me on the FaceTime. It's like my pops is literally it's like, where do I scan my finger to open the phone? It's like, yo, that, yo, now it's your face, yo. So that was funny yesterday. While this load up, yo, it really this it's true. Like people get stuck to their ways, and let's relate this to trading. People get stuck to their ways in trading also, instead of trying to evolve and trying to learn, right? Learning and evolving is not a bad thing. I was taught, I went to aviation school. You guys, something personal about me. When I was in high school, I was in aviation school at the same time. I was in a dual enroll program. So one of my aviation teachers, Mr. Lara, no, Mr. Brian. Mr. Brian used to say, the future is within the youth. If you stay current, you stay young. The minute you're not current anymore is the minute you become a dinosaur. And why he said that, right? He was reflecting on aviation, right? How technology is always changing. So you always have to keep up with technology. You always have to keep up with new systems, what's happening, right? Because you want to stay current. The moment where you stay stuck on anything, technology is going to surpass you and you're no longer useful, right? In your occupation, because you constantly have to stay on point, have to stay current. So trading to me is the same thing. You always have to stay current, right? You have to always look at what's happening now in the market for you to be able to analyze and try to project where the future is going, right? So trading, that mindset that I was instilled as a teenager. Remember, guys, I'm 41 now. As a teenager, we're talking about 20 plus years ago, 25 years ago. Um, it's um, it's something that to this day I'm still using. So keep that in mind. My father, he want to get old instead of staying current. That's crazy. So so GU. So V1, we at the bottom, right, of the zone. Let's take a look. Price went up, was making higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, right? We broke this higher low point and created a new lower low, right? When this lower low was created, we got a new wall. Now, let's think about this pair for a second, right? The consolidation is all this. Price broke out of the consolidation, came back into the consolidation, right? So technically, right, the high and the low, this should be the high, the overall high for consolidation, and this is the overall low for consolidation. Anything in between there is internal of this consolidation zone, right? So rules in consolidation, just so you guys kind of like understand something. In consolidation, right, the highs and the lows are a little bit different than from any other place on the chart, right? Because at one point we can say this was the high and this was the low, right? Price broke out like it was creating, starting to create levels by giving us higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Then price did what? Retraced it all the way back down into the consolidation, right? So at one point this was the high consolidation, this was the low, right? Then it broke out, right? Created higher high, higher low. This was the low and this was the high, right? The price came back down. Once it came back down and broke out of here, that lets me know that we're back into the consolidation zone. The high is here and the low is here, right? Anything in here is the internal structure. So I'm going to fix it as such, right? So anything in here is internal to this low and this high of the zone, right? So keep that in mind. Even though you can put it here to know that from here is supposed to break up, right? But technically, let's make this you know what the rules should be, right? This will be an exception, right, over here. So over here you could just put a line to know this is a low, or make another box in between here. But you have to have an understanding that this is an internal, right? That this low is not a strong low. This is a strong low, right? We will consider this low like a medium low. Why? Because it's still internal to this. So this is the strong low, and this is not a strong low right here. All right, so let's go drop to the 4. Yeah, I might have to tell a story every time I switch a time frame. Man. Let's see what the weekly did. Story time. Let me see. I don't know, man. There's no stories popping up right now. So, excuse me. Last week we had a week of drop. Think it's better to wait till later. We're halfway done though. Are we? Yeah, we got like 4 pairs. We halfway done. Right? That's crazy. We should have been done by now. Look at this. Now it froze again. Yo, this is crazy. You guys might be right, man. We might have to just finish this later. An hour in and only 1 pair. 4 pairs. I wouldn't even want to watch this stream. I'm about to get on a whiteboard and just start drawing and doing something else. Like I used to do on Sundays. Sundays class, on the Zoom was a little bit different. The first thing I did on Sunday's class before going over this is we go over, our technicals, right? Our trading plan. We'll break down one of the section of our trading plan and we'll discuss it in depth, right? What we need to be doing at that point, right? And how to do that. And then we will continue. I think we should do that moving forward. The first 20 minutes, 30 minutes is literally like a mini class, right? And then, hop on the charts, whether we're discussing, ADR, whether we're discussing, MMP, you know, market structure, you know, candlestick analysis, 372 daily, 370, um, 3 weeks of rise, 3 months of rise, the EMAs, the 800, the usage of it. Every week was something different. So we had a week of drop. Again, drop, rise, drop, right? High, low, high, low, right? That's the market structure. Also, rise, drop could also be chop, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down in the same vicinity. So let's look at the 4 hour structure. So 4 hour structure, we had lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, high, higher low, lower high, lower low, higher high, right? So over here, we know that, hey, in this type of behavior, why is this type of behavior happening, right? We in a low, we in chop consolidation. The whole purpose of consolidation is to what? Is to confuse trader and to induce them to open up a trade. So just think about it. Remember that each section in the chart has a certain type of objective, right? Trends have a certain type of objective. Consolidations have a certain type of objective, right? There's a mentality behind it. There's a reason why they do it. So you guys might want to write this down. The consolidation is a phase in the market where the market makers are inducing traders to open up a trade. Now, how do they induce traders? Right? They induce traders by, validating their technicals, validating their strategies, validating their trading plan. Right? So just think about here. In this section alone, there was validation to traders who are going short and validations to traders that are going long. Right? Because the validated lower low, lower low, higher high. That's a validation to what? higher low to what? Uptrend traders. Then what did they make over here too? They had this high. They made this higher low, lower high, lower low, and validated what? Downtrend traders, right? So in this section alone, they made sure that they had two types of trader committed. They had long and they had short, right? You have this and this to go up. Here's your entry to go up, right? Then they came back down. If you didn't get in here, they came back down. Where your stop loss? Below here, they hit your stop loss. If you're going short here, right? They broke out, so you could think I'm still going down. They came up and they came back fast to what? To hit your stop loss that was either here or up here. So notice how they got both traders in. And remember, it's the mentality behind the sections. If you're in consolidation, that's what consolidation is all about. It's to induce traders to open up their trade. How? Validation. To validate you, to get you to commit your funds, and then I'm going to take you out. Right? That's the whole purpose of it. So once you can understand the purpose behind the chart, right? The purpose behind the structure, it helps you, approach the charts in a very calm manner because now you're waiting for it to pass, right? Before I enter, I need to wait for the accumulation to pass, right? I want to be part of the distribution. I don't want to be part of the accumulation. I don't want to be part of the manipulation. I want to be part of distribution, right? I want them to distribute the money into my account, right? So you have to think about that, right? You have to think about the mentality of the structure. Why the structure? Why they're developing the structure? There's a reason behind it, right? And again, once you understand that reason and grasp that reason, it's just a patient game. You're just waiting for things to happen, waiting for, you know, the right phase of the market so you can be back in line with the market maker. You don't want to be part of accumulation. I don't want to give them my money to these guys, right? So, that's a gem right there I just gave you guys. So write that down, understand it, right? Remember what we say. Trading is not just about what you want and how you want to perceive the market. You have to step back and think about the people who are running the show. Why would I do this? Right? Just like in any sports, why would a football player juke left? Because they want to go right. They want to trick you to go left, so you could come here, grab like, and then I'm gonna go right, right? I wanna shake you down, right? So the market's doing the same thing. Consolidation is the phase in the market when they shake people down. They shake people down for their pockets, right? Stick up kids, jack move, right? So think about that. Always remember that. Phases in the market, every market structure has a type of mentality behind it, has a purpose behind it. Once you understand that purpose, man, game is yours, man. What they're gonna do to you when you know what they're doing and why they're doing it, right? You're not trading blindly anymore. You're not trading just, oh well, I heard that a higher high, higher low, I'm supposed to get in. No, there's a reason. All right, so everything is clear on this one. I give you guys a gem. Hopefully you wrote that down, Cristiano, and anyone else, any listener. It's very important to understand and know. That helps you stay out of certain traps that they have set up for us, the traders. All right, next. Another 5 minutes, man. I should have said that story while I was waiting for USD CAD to load. Yo, this is nuts. Yo, definitely I want to apologize to the viewers. Even though I have no control over trading view, um, my internet is fast. I can see that it's green on the OBS. The CPU usage is 9%, which is still low, nothing crazy. And the kilobytes per second is on green, so that means we're good. So has nothing to do with me, bro. So don't hold Vice Trading Academy accountable, but we do take responsibilities for the tools that we're using. All right, so USD CAD. So USD CAD, we on V2 heading up, right? You can see first zone, second zone. We have the high and the low, right? But we know that the low of the consolidation technically is here, right? And it was violated. So we down here. So, right? Now, was it really violated? Damn, bro. This is crazy. It wasn't really violated because once they're trading in the zone, right? There's an art to this. There's an art to trading, right? If I have a consolidation zone that's here, guys, let me hello, right? We know that we're trading in the zone, but there's times the price have to create a false breakout, right? These are false breakouts to the top to come back down. Notice how everything still is tapping the line, right? Same thing at the bottom, right? Over here, our lower consolidation is here, right? Over here, they have a false breakout, this whole thing. Let me take this out so you can see, right? This is the red candle, right? That you want to see confirmed. Notice how every other candle is in between. They have some sort of hanging on to this red candle, right? Over here, notice how it hangs on. Over here, notice how the body's still within, body still within, body still within, right? So everything here was just a false sense of direction, right? To get people to go down, right? Because again, they're in the zone. This is the high, and here's the low, and everything that creeps above is to create what? False breakouts. Remember, you're in consolidation. Consolidation is what? Inducement. How do I induce you? I get you to believe that your trading strategy is validated so then I can fuck you over. Right? So that's what they're doing here. So over here, same thing. Right? Notice this wick of this candle is all the way over here. Every candle, right, is either touching or is within that wick. Because remember, this candle started here and ended here. Right? This is the low. Right? So it's kind of like it's a hangman. It's hanging on with one hand, one place. And then the other place is like, I touch you, right? So that's what's happening here. And then the same thing here, right? This green candle is the one that's touching. Notice how every candle, one, two, three, this one is not, right? This is our sign that the price is continuing to rise, right? Here there was no sign. What is the sign? Let me zoom in, right? Give you another jump, right? This is the candle that's touching the line, right? So all the candles have to be either touching or within this green candle, right? This candle is between this wick, right, and the body. This candle is between the wick and the body. This candle between the wick and the body. This candle is still within, right? It's touching it, right? Notice how it's touching it, right? Still within the went down, right? So a small detail is good to see because over here it didn't look from afar, right? So let's continue to the 4 hour. Those small little things is what you guys need to hit up the Discord, sign up for our academy, because those little things, you can't really teach those little things like that, right? You have to go through the course, start getting your notes together, write down the notes that you really need, the complete explanation, not just a part of it, and you think you got it, right? Looking at the structure over here, you can see uptrend structure the whole time, right? Uptrend. Everything's good. Let's look at our 4 hour zone. 4 hour zone should be between here and here. Looks good. So we're trading in a good zone, right? Market structure looks good, right? If you was to put your fib in all this, everything will match up. All right. Next pair, US 30. Right now, US 30 is a little bit different. I don't trade the market maker's pattern on US 30 anymore. Right. I purely just trade price action, um, and which is market structure. Right. And my time compressions are a little bit different. I'm going to smaller time compressions. Why smaller time compressions? Meaning time frames, because the market moves so fast, right? Each one of these candles, the amount of pips is definitely not the same amount of pips on the Euro USD. We're talking about 5 times the difference, 6 times the difference. So with that being said, you have to move to a lower time frame when the the actual volatility of that pair is just so big. It's too much. It's too much. So this week, what do we have? We had a rise, right? Had a small rise, so tiny. I don't even want to put it as a rise, but it ended higher than it started, right? Price started here. Look, it's raining again. Price started here at this place and ended up here. So that's technically a rise. We have 2 weeks of rise. It's a good thing. On purple, right? So we are expecting a new high this week. So if we got 2 weeks of rise, right? So everything looks good on this end, right? I'm going to drop down to my lower time frame, right? This was the trade I was supposed to take, but Lewis was BSing. We bounced right off the 800. But Lewis, I'm listening to Lewis, right? I saw 3 red candles, one, two, three, to the bottom, right? That's the stop hunt to the low, right? Consolidation, and then what? Rise for 3 green candles. One, two, three. Could I got out all the way at the top? But I'm listening to Lewis. Just want to make sure we understand. I'm listening to Lewis. And Lewis didn't want to give us the signal. He was waiting for red, red, green. That's what he was waiting for. Red, red, green. I'm messing with you, Lewis. I'm messing with you. Next, let's go to my 30 because my 30 is my 4. So, my daily, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm just messing with you. I'm not doing the live streams no more. Yeah, right. Cristiano, you better talk to your boy, man. So my daily is my 4 on this. My 4 is my 30, right? And my 5 is my 30 of my other pairs. Let's look at the 5 in the zone. Oh man, oh man. They got the music on blast right now. Well, it's almost noontime. People should be up, right? All right, so we have, let's look at our zone too. Where's our zone? Have the music blasting and it's raining. So we had this break, right? So what's the push that caused this break? Was this push. So this is my low, right? And we have our high up here. Now let's analyze this high. Let's make sure that it was a break, right? So now here we had test, 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 right? Here is where we have an official break. So here we have an official break. So this break was caused by what? By this push, right? That's the push that caused that break. So let's put it up here now. So now we're trading between here and here at one point. right? And price did what? Price broke out of here. What's the push that caused this break? What's this push? So now this moves here, and we have this low. Damn, that's too much. Let's fix that, make that blue. Put number 3 pixels. Move this to my 30. Right, so that's where we are now. Right now, do we have a breakout? Mm, let's take a look. So this is the candle, and that's the wick. Everything is still touching that candle. So it's well, we're on the 30-minute chart, so that will be considered a break. We still have this low, it's still the strong low. So there's no reason to move this low, right? At this point, right, we need to wait to see where price is going, right? Remember what I had in the class, guys. I had this, right? Listen, I had this written this whole week. Zoom out for you, right? We have a no trade zone, right? We need to wait either for one of those things to happen for you to confirm the true direction, right? Notice what price has been oscillating. Some people may have put their line here. I'm not dumb enough to put my line there. I know. Well, let me rephrase that, guys. I apologize. Right. I've been in the game long enough to understand where the high and the low was, and this was not a low. This was an internal to this high and this low. Right. Some people may have used it here. Right. I know that the swing was this full swing. Right. So I was telling you guys, and here's where the chop will be. Right. This consolidation was split in half, right? It was tight consolidation at the top, then they widened consolidation to the bottom, and they came back to the top, right? This is called a split zone, right? And they split the zone in half. They had tight consolidation at the top to begin with, right? They used the whole bottom to get traders to believe in the downtrend. So they tighten everything up here. So when they caused this low and this break, this fake breakout over here, because it was a lower time frame breakout, but technically it's a fake breakout because we knew the whole zone. The breakout of the zone was down here, right? Because I had it all here. It's down here, it was not up here. So they were they remember again, let's backtrack a little. What is the mentality behind consolidation? Inducement, right? Induce you to open up a trade. How do they induce you? They validate your technical analysis, they validate your strategies, they validate your signals, right? Your indicators, whatever the case is. They're going to make sure that the price moves so your indicators and everything could show you the signal, right? So what happened here? They showed them the signal of what? Downtrend. And then what did they do? They took them all out, right? This is the whole point of the game. This is why I love this game. I love this game because there's literally the strategy behind it. There's an opponent behind it. You have to understand your opponent to understand how to beat them, right? That's why Steve Morrow is the god to me, right? He's the guy who's gonna really put things into perspective of what's going on here. If you're a conspiracy theorist, right? If you understand that, you're good to go. And inner city trading, inner circle trading, just so you know, he is a product of Steve, right? Just make sure you know that too. So you have all this. We were waiting for the price to break out. Once the price breaks out completely, right, then we can analyze that breakout, the retest. Once the price comes and retest, then you know you're good to go, right? Once the price starts retesting, we start getting higher highs, higher lows in lower time frames. Start getting the change of characters, a break of structure in a 5 minute time frame, even here under 30. Then you're good to go and say, yo, we broke out of the zone, we're making new highs, and we're continuing the uptrend. Or if it comes back down in the zone, you know that until it doesn't break the bottom, which is down here, right? Retest and continues, you still, nowhere. Now, what do I do? What I do like about this is that I understand that I'm still going up. Why? Because price is above the 800. So the fact that price is above the 800, that means we're on the uptrend, right? So those things, right? This is where I had this. Remember, guys, I did this week. You want to understand this, learn more, or you want to go back to when I did this? I did this. I believe it was Monday in the daily class, the daily breakdown. I believe this was Monday or Tuesday. So if you guys want to go back and listen to my explanation, um, and I drew all this. So no trade zone. Even though for me, you guys were like, oh man, but he was talking about a trade. Because I understand the low. I knew the price was coming to this low. If I knew the price is coming to this low, right? This is our golden zone, right? This is what Lewis, I'm using Lewis terms. Lewis will have marked that in gold. That would have been the place where he will be looking for his first entry. Will be right there, right? Because he knows that's the low. Anything here, that's not the real low. For me, it wasn't, So that would be the golden trading zone that Lewis will have marked out, right? Now let's take a look at Lewis's candles, right? We don't have no red, red, green, Lewis. US 30 don't really give red, red. I mean, yeah, red, red, greens or green, green, reds. Just so you know, you're always gonna get. You're not gonna get a wick to the top and to the bottom. So you will get here will be 1, 2, 3 in golfs, right? 1, 2, 3 in golfs. You will get that on this pair. So just keep that in mind, right? Here was a perfect entry. You had to break, right? You had the lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher, higher low retest to the lower high. It's a good. And me waiting for Lewis for the entry. This was at what time? 10:30, which is 9:30. Oh. I've noticed the three candles on US 30 happen at the zone highs and lows from. Mhm. So you gotta wait, yo. That's what I was waiting for. Once 9:30 hit, which was here, I'm waiting for my three candles to go to the wrong side to then hop on the candles to the right side, right? Because it's gonna give me it was giving us higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. After this higher low point was confirmed, right? Because it never broke out of nothing. We could have took an entry here. As soon as we got this 1, 2, 3 in golf, we could have took the entry here, and it was straight green, no drawdown. At the end of this candle, you got it on the open of this candle, straight green, 1, 2, 3. I would have got out up here anyway. I would have never held for it to continue going because it's Friday. I would have got out right here at this time. That would have been, and I was second guessing on my trades. That's what I've been 134 pips, easy, easy 134, and that's waiting on a lower time frame. Over here, we could have got an entry on a lower time frame all through here because over here you had higher highs, higher lows this whole point, and even on this breakout retest. So, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's just learning lessons, bro. This was technically the best entries was down here. The second test here was the second entry, right? Even at this low, we had the break of here, test the break of this high, came back down, tested the low, right? So it was a good overall. It was perfect anyway. But we had a no trade zone regardless. And again, this is the no trade zone. You guys who are still new, who don't understand these things, you know, I would prefer for you to wait for a great confirmation than for you to start trading in the more advanced zones. Understand, this was a different type of mentality in here. You had a consolidation, split consolidation. Where's my swing high, my true swing high, my swing low, right? All those different things that will come with experience, guys. With experience, you will gain all that, right? Right now, certain people, not everyone, go for the gold, go for what's for sure. Wait for a proper confirmation of overall direction, not microstructure. Wait for the macro structure direction, not the microstructure direction. Especially in US 30, because US 30, you lose your money real fast. 15 minute had the three candles, but no pullback. Is that US 30 Lewis? Hardly you will get a pullback on all candles. Do some back testing today. You'll see. US 30, you're not gonna get 2 wicks on both sides. And the reason why you won't get 2 wicks on both sides, because remember, those candles are so big. Once they trap you, they don't want you to come in. You're not gonna see, bro. I keep telling you. Well, I was telling you that on Friday. US 30, you're not gonna get a candle, but you will see exhaustion candles on the next 2, 3 candles. If you see an exhaustion, right, check a look at that pair again on the 15 you were looking at, right? You didn't get the wicks, right, on the 15-minute chart. Now, do me a favor, go to the 5-minute chart. In that same section, is there 2 to 3 small candles with exhaustion wicks going to the bottom? Maybe even in the 1 minute. But in that same zone where you're looking for those wicks, in the smaller time frame, is there 2 to 3 candles with exhaustion wicks to the low? Check that real quick. I would check, but we know we're gonna take them 2 hours for this shit. I told you. You see that? Now, this is why US 30 is. That's why I don't really want to like even discuss US 30 um in the streams. Why US 30 is totally different. US 30 rules are different than all my other rules set. Notice I don't even have the market makers pattern, right? Notice I don't have consolidation zone in there. It's purely told US 30 is a different to me it's a different set of rules. They're very similar to the other pairs, to everything else that we know, but they have a lot of different things. It's just different. It's a whole different thing for me. And I want to give credit when credit is due, right? Shout out to Q Banks, right? Because Q is the US 30 king, hands down, right? So a lot of the those little pieces of the puzzles definitely got them from Q, right? I ain't gonna front. So shout out to Q for US 30, Wall Street Academy. Give them a plug. Now there's a lot of things with Q, like unless you are like a great fucking listener. I'm a great listener. I listen. I've I was told one thing at a young age. God gave me 2 ears so I could listen to double what I speak. Right. So in school, I was never a great note taker, but I'm a great listener. So the teacher could say shit one time, 2 times, it's already recorded in my head. Right. So I'm a great listener. So with him, he's not giving you like, oh, stop and take this note, or no, you got to pick up on it. He's not going to tell you write that down when you're watching his stuff. He's teaches different. He's just talking, right? And with experience and rewatching everything is where you will really get the nuggets. So just like anything, my class same thing. I'm going to tell you to write shit down. There's things I'm not going to tell you to write down, but it will come to you when after you start rewatching the video. That's another thing, guys. Like, don't be lazy not to rewatch a video because you think you got all of it. you're not going to get those little key moments until the second or third watch. Just so you know, just like a movie, you can watch a movie the first time. When you come back and watch it the second time, any movie, you're gonna the movie you're gonna get more of the storyline, more of the details. You're gonna see more of things you didn't catch the first time. Trading is the same way. These trading videos, you gotta watch it 2 to 3 times. I could give you. You want another story? I'll give you a quick little story. My first taste of trading, my first course was Steve Morrow's Beat the Market Makers. Just so you guys are clear, right? And I'm not even over exaggerating it. People that are my friends who's been with me for a while, um, they can tell you the Steve Morrow's videos were literally on repeat in my house 24 hours a day. And I'm not exaggerating. I am I am not over exaggerating, making the picture out to be bigger because I understand that. I want my subconscious to catch everything. It's to the point, it got to the point where it could be on mute and I could repeat everything Steve was saying to me until it didn't become like that. I did not grasp it, right? This is my way of learning, right? It's giving you my way of learning. So people used to come to my house. They used to hear that shit 24 hours a day. They used to tell me, "Yo, shut that shit off, my girl. Shut that shit off." And I had my own office in my house at that point, right? So in my office, that shit was playing 24 hours a day. There was no music playing in my house. There was none of that. I didn't want nothing fucking up my subconscious, right? Or the recording of the information, right? Because once I recorded the information, then the next process was to be able to point it out in the chart. But I can't point out anything in the chart that I have not recorded or even, you know, or even understand that I was there, or even had a clue that I was in the chart. So I had to record everything verbatim, not with my words. I had to make sure that it was his words, not my words, and change it up. This is what happens in trading. Everyone's trading the same shit with different fucking terminology to make it their own, right? And this is one of the good things and bad things about trading, right? Because like we say, support and resistance, we talk about that shit all the time in this class, right? Everyone is speaking the same language, just they're using a different terminology, right, to describe the same shit. Now, how you apply it, that's where things get a little bit here and there. Like some people right, some people correct, some people know half the story, some people know three-fourths of the story, some people 100% correct. And that's where time you will start understanding who's right and who's wrong in certain aspects, respectfully, right? Because some people may say, well, losing is part of trading. Winning is part of winning, bro. That's all. That's the only thing I can tell you. Winning is part of winning, right? I don't think Michael Jordan will say, it's okay for me to lose this game. Nah, I don't think Mike Jordan ever said that. I don't believe you, right? And if you don't believe me, go read his autobiography. Go get his book, yo. But winning is part of winning, bro. Like losing is not. I'm not accepting that I lost. Like this week, I took a loss. I'm not accepting that loss. Like I've got to get my one up, right? Go back and I gotta get that. I gotta get that one times five, bro. It's like you're gonna punch me once, you best believe, yo, I'm coming to punch you 5 times, 6 times. So I let you get one hit. All right, let's go. But only way to get all the info, absolutely. See, so for me, and I'm being that serious. And it was for a year, like a year and like 2 months, 3 months. Literally was on repeat every day, Saturdays and Sundays. That's all it was on my TV, right? And Saturdays and Sundays, I did no charting. Saturdays and Sunday was my disconnect because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I was on the charts for maybe 14 hours out the day, 14, 16 hours out the day. True story. True story, right? And Saturdays and Sundays, my computers were off. But I had Steve Morrow, and I used to be on the couch in my office just watching it on repeat all Saturdays and all Sundays. Every Saturday, every Sunday. I did not go out. I didn't go out to the clubs. I didn't go out partying. If you wanted to see Eric, you come to my house. All my friends used to come to my house. You could ask them. And there was times they used to come to my house, and I had the same clothes on from the previous day, from the previous 2 days type of shit. That's how much on the grind I was. This is a true story. I'm not ashamed of all that. That's part of my journey, right? But that's the type of madman scientist you have to be like what Lewis said. Like, yo, when people ask what type of strategy you use, like, yo, how can you explain that, Lewis? Lewis, how can you explain what type of strategy you use when you've been in the lab for a year, where everyone's shit looking at every dissecting everyone's. He started uploading again. That's what's up. I'm gonna send me the info. Even though I got the login to his um to his website anyway. So anytime I want to go see what they're doing, I can always go see. I got the login. But definitely send me that link where he's uploading. I want to see that. But I haven't caught up with anything in a very long time. So so yeah, guys, that's the I just I just say I do the MMP overall, but I use multiple strategies for confluence. Yeah, that's the only way you can say it. Because if you ask me what I've studied, bro, I studied so much. Some of these people no longer even traders. People who were learning and then try to create their own course. I studied their shit too, and they don't even trade it. Right? They moved on to, I sell mortgages, or I'm a insurance. I sell insurance now and shit like that. Right? There's so many people shit I've fucking dissected. Right? Because I'm not gonna lie, some people have some right answers. Right? But for you to get the overall answer, it's just like, I don't want to get into this, but it's just like religion, right? There's so many different Bibles and books, right? And not one person is wrong because everyone is praising the Most High, right? There's no doubt about that. Everyone is praising the Most High. But why is your praising the Most High is better than my praising of the Most High? And your Most High has a different name than my High. And but at the same time, we all doing the same thing. That's trading to me. Everyone has a piece of the puzzle. Everyone has a piece of the puzzle. So the more you get exposed to, the more you could start correlating things with each other. That's how I see trading. I see trading just like religion. Yep, some people have percentage of the missing puzzle. That's just the way it is. Just like religion, everybody has a percent of the whole puzzle. And just think about it. Everybody got a different name to it. Allah, God, to all this, But no disrespect, Cristiano, right? But at when is when we take out names, when we take out names and we take out titles, the behavior behind it, are we all doing the same behavior? Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So let's continue. Gold. So our daily, I still don't know where I am, but I'm not really trading gold, so I shouldn't even go over gold. But overall, what's the structure on gold? Gold had to change a character here. This could be a consolidation to the bottom, or it could be that the price continued to head up, right? That's what I said before in the last classes. I was waiting to see what was going to happen between here, whether this was just a fake out to the top to come back, or was it going to continue just because of the way the EMAs and market structure is. I like V1s and A1s to be below. If it's on the downside, I like the A1 to be below my V2, right? I would love this consolidation to be down here instead of up here. Because if it's up here, it could be mistaken that this whole zone is part of the same and there was a split into the consolidation. So with this pair, this is why I'm a little bit skeptical on this pair. I'm waiting for market to show me. But right now, market is still showing me A1, which is a good thing, right? Because that's what we had before. But once it's, once it got out of whack, that's when I have questions. And if I have questions, that means I don't have the answers. So Sway don't have the answers at this moment. So once Sway gets the answers back, then we're back in business, right? NBTC level to rise. I've been trading 9 years now. I just made 9 years last month. crazy. It's been 9 years out of my life. This is what I've dedicated my life to. Would I change? Hell no. Why? This is all I do, bro. Right now I'm not traveling because I got a baby. But prior to this, every every month I was somewhere new. Every month I was. We just traveled just to change the forecast, change the weather. Want to change the weather? Yo, hop on a plane, bro. Type of vibes. Shit's so crazy. I had 1 point, right? Now I'm all settled. But I had two apartments, right? I had in where I'm at in DR, right? I had a villa on the beach in the North Coast, and then I had an apartment in the city, in the cap over here. That's how much it was crazy. Like, yo, this guy has two places in the same place. You should go from top of the coast back to the bottom. Hop on a flight. Hop on a flight in the morning. Come back at night. Hop on another flight. Leave this country in the morning. Come back in the country at night. Leave in the morning. Go to another country for a day. Come back after you party that night. You know, this is before I had the baby though. So things change, bro. So BTC again, we knew we were getting new highs. Why? We had the previous 2 months of rise, so we're expecting a new month of rise, right? So we have that. We have the next month of rise, right? As expected. Prices at 37, reach all the way to 38. Short BTC right now, yeah, be stupid enough to do that. If you short it, just make sure it's for a higher low. And you know it was a short term short because you know it's going up. So, man, I'm loving this because when things get back to where it was, man, my eyes are getting watery. Things will change again. Things is gonna change, yo, again. It's just crazy. Let's see. My first investment was around here. Let you hold the dollar. I ain't got no dollars. I don't got no money. I ain't got no fiat. That's one thing I will tell you. I have no cash. Right now, I have no cash. Now, if you ask me, yo, I have no pesos. I don't have nothing that is gonna lose value at the moment. Yo, but I don't have nothing that loses value. And that's true story. I'm not even making shit up. That's too much, bro. I give you one BTC, man. That's you up for real. See, now you talking my language. My last Bitcoins that I bought like it's like 2.3, something like that. That's how much I had, right? Was at 26 surrounding. I bought around here. March 2023. No, that's a lie. It wasn't this year. It was around here. The price went low. I'm like, fuck, I'm losing. How? How about being mean, bro? I was actually being nice. I told everyone to buy, right? We're talking about when Amina was born. Amina's about to be 10. So 9 years ago, I told people, like, yo, think about it, guys. This is the evolution. This is the next phase. And niggas looking at me like I was stoned. Like, yo, E, stop smoking weed. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is bugging. You guys are not understanding. You guys are not seeing. You guys don't have vision to see the future, yo. How much TV do you watch? You guys watch all these people on TV. People thought I was crazy. I'm not being mean. I gave you guys the signal, bro. I gave you guys the signal 9 years ago. 9 years ago, I gave you guys the signal. I give you guys the signal on BTC like, yo, we in peak low. We about to start moving up. Look, we in the first level consolidation. How we know? Look at the 800. We're chopping on the 800. Buy it right now. Forget about it. Put whatever you have. You know, I told you to buy Ripple. Do you continue to buy Ripple? You should have bought when you was 12. You had money. You was making money. But all right, you didn't buy when you was 12. You buy now. Have you bought Ripple? How much more have you put into Ripple? Because Ripple is the only one of the, not the only one, but one of the few coins that you have a chance to make a significant impact. All right, so that's good, right? And let me make sure you, I'm not a financial advisor or nothing like that. I want to make sure I told you guys like to buy Ripple and stuff. So there you go. Keep putting, keep doing that. You got an extra $20 this week, you'll put $20 in Ripple. Like you're gonna buy how many coins? Like you buy maybe 40 coins around there, something coins. Just imagine if you would have bought 40 coins. Yeah, just imagine you have 40 coins of Bitcoin, buying it at a couple cents. What signal? These are long-term investments, bro. The signal was given when you was 12. You wasn't listening to me. Again, the coin that you have the best chance of having to making a significant impact, I believe, again, this is my beliefs, will be Ripple. You ain't catching Bitcoin again low. Like you don't got 15,000 set aside just to buy one coin and wait for the shit to get to 100, right? That's not even that much. But again, if you can buy 10,000 coins of Ripple at where it's at right now, what is Ripple at right now? Let's pull it up. Shit, take five. I'm on Coinbase here. Why it's not letting me? No, it's not even letting me. Oh shit. Let's take a look. Oh, it feels like loading. Alright. I told you to buy when I told you to buy Lewis, price was down here. So you're already up. When I told everybody to buy, price was down here. Was at 40 something cents. Right? So you're already up what, like 15%, something like that? Price went all the way up to, so you almost doubled already. So I told you to buy. I told you to buy when price was in its 40s. And you bought. And I know you did. So price, you almost doubled your money because when it gets to 80 cents, you doubled your money. Right? So you 50% your money right now. At least. So when I told niggas to buy, again, I told you guys to buy down here. I'm Ripple from microsense too. But this is the only one I would say you have a substantial. Yo, Ripple gets to $100. Just do the math. If you got if if you bought coins at 40, right? Let's say you bought $100 worth of coins, right? That means you got double the coins, right? You got at least 200 worth of coins, right? At 40 cents a coin, something along those lines. When that shit reaches $100 a coin, $100, how much will you have? Want to see the math? So you bought 100 coins at 40 cents. You have 250 coins, right? So you have 250 times 100. That's $25,000 off $100. If you put, like I said, try to buy at least $1,000 worth of coins. Times that by 10. That's $250,000 of $1,000 investment. That shit goes to 1,000. You got 2.5 million just with $1,000. 2.5 million. Just do the math, bro. Like $1,000, like a coin could reach 1,000. That's nothing. Long term, again, we're talking about long term, not anything soon. We're talking about 8 years, 10 years down the line, maybe 5 to 10 years. The way the shit's accelerating now, 5 to 10 years down the line, that's 2.5 million. Like I don't know what else to say, bro. Like math is not my. I'm not the one. I'm not the one controlling the calculator, bro. Not the one controlling the calculator. Math, I don't control math. I just math is a tool for me to use, right? Calculator is a tool, That's just a tool, bro. So I'm not telling you to put hundreds of thousands of dollars into nothing. You got $20 this week, fucking buy some Ripple. You got $50 next week, buy some Ripple, and just leave it there. Don't even think about it. Just buy what you can. That buy what the spare change you have. Use it to buy it, and just forget about it. Instead of fucking going to the movies or something, just buy some Ripple, yo. So in a couple years, nigga, you fucking buy the movie theater. So that's the best thing I could tell you. Me, you best believe I bought more. I got that shit on auto buy every week. Shit automatically just take X amount. Just like you have keep the change on your bank account, right? Think about that. Why don't you do that? All right, let's make it even more simpler for people, right? Let's make it so you don't even feel it. In certain bank accounts, at least in the US, there's a program called Keep the Change. Basically what Keep the Change does is whatever you purchase, whatever the change that's left, they transfer it to your savings account. So I'm gonna give an example. So um, you buy something and is 250, right? So what they're gonna do is, since it's 250, they're gonna round it up to $3, right? 50 cents, right? They're gonna put 50 cents of that $3. They're gonna put it into your savings account. So your balance is always in whole numbers. It's never in cents. Any remainder cents of any purchases you do, they will put it into your savings account. So you buy something, it's $2.99. That 1 cent savings account, $2.99 gets spilled into the merchant. So you can do that. So do that shit for your for your accounts. Keep the change. Whatever change is left, you buy something is $5. That 50 cents or that 450, that 50 cents, use that 50 cents to buy um, Ripple. How you do it easy? Put all that money into your savings account, and every week, whatever is in your savings account, use that money and buy Ripple. If it's $3 worth in your savings account, buy $3 worth of Ripple. What you got? Two, four, six. That's 6.5 coins. Like 6 coins at $1,000, yo. That's $6,000 of fucking pennies, bro. Like, yo, you gotta be dumb not to do that shit. You gotta be fucking stupid, bro. 6 coins at $1,000, yo. That's $6,000 off pennies, bro. We're talking about off pennies, off $3. That's crazy to me. So that's enough financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is my personal things that I do. I'm just sharing my story. And if you find my story useful, if you see that you can correlate with the story, you know, speak to your financial advisor for more advice. I'm not a financial advisor. And guys, I guess that's this week's session. I gave you guys too many gems. Too many gems. So, moral of the story is, next time trading view is like this, I'm not doing class. This shit's crazy. We've been here for 2 hours already. Right? This is like the live trading session for 8 pairs. That's crazy. So guys, that's this week's great session. Thank you, thank you. Jumper, are you on tomorrow morning? What time are you gonna be on? Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to join the Discord for the link to tomorrow's live trading session in the morning. What time will you be on? Or don't even say what time you'll be on. Join the Discord. Get the link on Discord whenever he wakes up. So join the Discord so you can get that, guys. Cristiano, I'm gonna holler at you, my brother. I see you Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow in the live classes and in the chat. Um, yeah, post it on the Discord. So, guys, peace out. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.